I stand with Quentin Tarantino when he said that the original Toy Story trilogy was perfect and probably didn't need a fourth film. Unlike him, though, I watched Pixar's Toy Story 4, and while it was okay, it simply wasn't up to the standard of the original trilogy and left me feeling that the series had been given an anticlimactic epilogue it didn't really need. So, I went into Toy Story 5 with a lot of trepidation. The good news is that Toy Story 5 is terrific and at certain moments comes close to equaling the original trilogy. In fact, the first half hour of the film might be the strongest in the series to date, even if it begins to spin its wheels a bit later on. Ultimately, it winds up being just a notch below the original trilogy and well ahead of the fourth movie, and easily Pixar's strongest overall film since its heyday. So in this, Jessie, once again voiced by Joan Cusack, becomes concerned when her child, Bonnie, gets a new tablet called LilyPad, which makes her addicted to screens, leaving the toys to wonder if their time as beloved playthings might be coming to an end. While some may find that the shift in focus to Joan Cusack's Jessie is a bizarre choice in a series that always relied on the chemistry between Woody, played by Tom Hanks of course, and Buzz, played by Tim Allen, it turns out to be a smart creative refresh. Woody and Buzz are back, but more as supporting characters, as this is very much Jessie's story. One of the most affecting moments in the entire franchise remains Toy Story 2's sequence depicting her friendship with and abandonment by Emily. That emotional foundation forms the sequel, with Jessie going through something similar with Bonnie, who, despite being only 8 years old, is growing up fast. What will no doubt make the movie resonate strongly with parents, many of whom were around Bonnie's age when the first movie came out in 1995, is the idea that kids today are growing up much faster thanks to technology. In the film, Bonnie is glued to a tablet called LilyPad, which plugs her into social media and keeps her glued to her screen at all times. While early reports pegged LilyPad as the movie's villain, that's not really the case. As voiced by Greta Lee, LilyPad genuinely wants what's best for Bonnie. Her reasoning is that if all of Bonnie's peers are plugged into technology, she risks becoming an outcast or falling behind if she isn't. That's likely a legitimate concern for parents, with these devices representing a kind of Pandora's box. What the movie ultimately emphasizes is that while technology has its place, it needs to be used in moderation. Jessie wants Bonnie to find a real-life friend, not just someone she communicates with through a screen. Cusack, as always, is terrific as Jessie, delivering another bittersweet performance. No matter what happens, she knows that Bonnie will eventually outgrow her. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen are back, but Woody and Buzz don't have a ton to do this time around, although there's a nice subplot involving Buzz being in love with Jessie but too afraid to tell her. The voice cast is excellent across the board, with Lee particularly strong as LilyPad. Conan O'Brien also has a hilarious role as an aging tech toy originally designed for potty training, who always sounds drunk whenever his battery runs low. Other fan-favorite characters return as well, including Keanu Reeves as Duke Kaboom, although most of them are limited to cameo appearances. In the end, I had a wonderful time with Toy Story 5, which benefits from having Andrew Stanton of Wall-E at the helm. It generally feels designed as a full-circle experience for kids who grew up with the original trilogy and are now in their 30s or 40s, facing many of the same issues that, in some ways, Jessie is. It's bittersweet, often moving, and much closer to the brilliance of the original trilogy than you might expect, and I give it a very strong 8 out of 10.
Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5. Only in theaters June 19th.
Thank you for clicking on our video, everybody. If you like what you saw here, make sure you like the video and subscribe and share with your friends who like this sort of content. We're an independent company, and we appreciate all of your support.